Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Vortex podcast. I'm Burning Arceus,
I am Arcade Salad.
and we're joined by...
Greetings and salutations, people. I'm Eviscerator MK2.
Hello, Eviscerator.
Hello.
I am honored to be on this podcast that may not be as good as the co-optional, but is good enough as is.
Are you trying to say that we are an inferior podcast?
No, I'm just
I mean,
making
you'd be right if you did say that.
As I always say, it's good to be honest about something.
Okay, could you tell us a bit about who you are, what you do, your Vidme and whatnot?
I am a Vis. I play video games, generally whatever I want, which means I have like a million different series going on at the same time of Let's Plays. Right now I'm doing a Battlefront 2, but before I was doing Half-Life, Axiom Verge, another Metroid 2 remake, Sonic Mania, Sonic Adventure 2, probably going to get into Sonic Heroes after that, and so many more.
So you mentioned Battlefront 2.
Yes.
The new one?
The old one. The good one. Not
one.
Gamble Fronts, Faker Fronts, or whatever, or whatever loot box nonsense.
We'll get into that later. I just thought I'd bring it up since you mentioned the name. I remember I watched some of your Sonic Adventure Let's Plays. I need to get back to them.
Yep.
So, you play games then, yeah? Just games?
Yeah, whatever I feel like.
Do you play a lot of retro games or modern games, or what kind of games do you like?
It's whatever I can run at the time, mostly. It's like, if I can run it on my computer, I'll play it, probably.
Okay.
So it's mostly
Fair
just
enough.
retro games and Sonic Mania.
So if you're playing it on your computer, do you get them on Steam and play them that way, or do you have
If
a
I
capture
can,
card?
if I can. It's Steam, and then using the built-in recording software of Windows 10, because that's the only recording software I've seen to get to work.
So you don't use the consoles?
No, I don't have a capture card, and even then,
Ah.
I don't. That would be a good idea to have a capture card, though. So I have a lot of games.
Yeah, you can
available.
pretty much get everything on Steam now.
Yeah,
I
but I
use
can't run everything.
I use
Yeah,
most of the time the Elgato, and it's working very well for consoles.
Mm.
It's such an amazing product to use for it. So.
I have Elgato as well.
Oh really? Awesome.
That's very strange coincidence.
Yeah. That's. I'm so happy with it. I mean, without it, I
Yeah.
probably would quit Vidme because I cannot record any videos anymore.
I can't get it to run my PS4 though.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty.
I don't
I
know
will help
why.
you with that after we are done with the podcast and everything. But
Okay.
it's quite easy.
I got two capture cards actually. The Elgato is the HD one, and I've got another one that's just a cheap one, but
Okay.
it's really good for some reason.
You got the link.
It broke once. It broke once, but my dad fixed it, and now it works better than ever.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to link me that, possibly. Jeez, I might.
Yeah.
So
So you've got 43 followers. Ooh, close to 50.
Nice.
I've
Nice.
gotten verified at 11.
Wow.
Fair enough.
Eh.
I think I got verified way before then.
I
don't
tried at
remember,
5.
like-
I got nowhere with that.
When did?
But,
When I got
You were there
verified.
from the start of Vidme, or did you come later on Vidme, like 2 or 3 months
I'm-
ago, or were you there around January too?
I believe it was April. I think Arceus has the date I made the account there.
Okay.
Probably. I was just looking at mine. Mine's actually around April as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went from like a few followers. As soon as I got verified, I went straight up past 20. I was like, what?
When I got verified, it a lot of people were watching my videos and get more followers and everything, so it's very helpful to get verified. Yeah.
Yeah, it says you it says you joined April. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we joined around about the same time.
Yeah, I was right. It was April then.
Nice. I've actually
April,
watched a bunch of your videos.
April and same amount of views, but you have more videos.
Yeah, the number of videos probably pushes my views up. I think you actually get more views per video than I do.
Possibly.
Yeah, because I think we're about the same on views almost.
I tend
Actually,
to.
I think you've got more views than I have.
This
Yeah.
probably.
You got 300 more than me.
Wow.
Because you got like how many views? Over 3,000 views right now.
Yeah, I think at least 1,000 of them came from the first Sonic Adventure series.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
I'm
Oh, you
like,
can-
how?
Oh, you got a lot of views. It's really awesome.
Like, how did Sonic Adventure get so many views? Like, nothing I did before then got anywhere near what Adventure did. It's like, what? Just out of nowhere.
It's probably some of the titles you put on there.
I mean, before I even started doing those titles, like, the titles
Sonic
came in
beats Eggman, sings with tails, and jumps off a cliff.
I mean, I
love
did.
that.
I think my personal favorite is Eggman tries to destroy Station Square by humping the Eggmobile.
That's hilarious.
It's an accurate description of the animation that plays because he was humping the Eggmobile, and then all of a sudden a missile came out of the ocean.
I see that you also play Cuphead. How is the game?
It
looks
is
so
good.
good.
It is very good.
Okay.
And I need to get back to that when I don't know when I stop
All
being
the other
either-
games.
I need to get back to that when either I'm stop being frustrated at the game or being frustrated at the capture software.
Okay.
Because it's one of those games that kind of middles on I can just barely run it, and my capture software kind of knows this and fucks up a lot.
But you made a lot of videos on that. Like nine
Yeah,
videos or something like that.
yeah, it seems it's kind of small from me, to be honest. It's like when it comes to games, that's kind of short amount of videos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here I see Star Wars Battlefront 2. Wow.
Yeah. If you look at the YouTube, you'll see even more.
I must say I never played the old Battlefront. I only knew the new one, but I'm definitely gonna check it out. I mean, it seems like a very good game actually. So
I will say, if you've had Rage with Mania, you're probably going to have Rage with the original Battlefront 2.
okay.
It isn't the most forgiving, and the campaign is far from good. But it is enjoyable. I will say that. I mean, I found great glitches already. Like the AI just being shut off. That was funny. It's like I walked into a room, and then there was just like 50 droids without any AI, and then all of a sudden their AI turned on, and I died.
Amazing. Wow.
The way the game does its objectives is hilarious. And then after I finished one objective, I went back outside that ship, and then there was just ships stuck in space because the AI was shut off for them too. Old game is old.
Yeah. Some glitches on the way, and yeah.
Some are just programmed in really weird ways.
Yeah.
But it seems like a lot of fun. I'm watching your video in the meantime. Sorry for that, but it's really fun to.
Sorry for giving you more views.
Yeah, sorry for that. I knew you didn't want that, but okay, here you go.
Which one is it? Felucia?
Oh no, I clicked on it.
It's I'm watching the. Here it comes. Part 1, the debut of the. Wow. The debut of the 501 Clone Legion.
First.
The 501st Clone Legion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. How they started, and they aren't canon anymore because, you know.
Wow. Are you the guy with the
remade
sword?
the whole series.
You're
I
kicked
became the guy with the sword after a certain specific point.
Some robot ass over there, like, whoa.
I'm playing
They
on
might be
elite
canon, but do
difficulty,
they
so
have a canon?
holding on to the guy with the sword is really a challenge. It's like if you watch the Galactic Conquest videos I have up on YouTube, you'll see that I have the guy with the sword for all of a second.
Okay.
It's balanced, unlike the new one, where in the new one you can walk into a crowd of enemies and kill everyone. In the old one, if you walked into a crowd of enemies as a Jedi, you'd die immediately. Balancing. Where is it nowadays? Not here,
I think the toilet has it right now.
basically.
But I also like your half play wow, your Half-Life Let's Play. It's also really awesome. I never played the original one. I only knew the second one or the sequel. So. It's
And
cool
like
to
I
see
said
the
in
old
the
one.
and like I said in the reply to your reply, it's I like the older one better than the newer one
hmm
by a big margin.
Yeah.
I've never played either of
Those games are really good, actually.
them.
Yeah.
I will say you aren't entirely missing out with the second game, but you're definitely missing out with the
Yeah.
first one.
Fair
Even
enough.
if it,
That's the list of things that I need to try out.
I
Write
mean,
it
it's
down
almost
on your
always
paper.
on sale on Steam for stupid cheap.
Hmm.
So it's okay. I just got
Fair
them all
enough.
again from the Valve bundle.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Steam gets a lot of interesting sales. I think I got like an entire collection of Sonic games for on cheap. I
I
think I got
I got my collection of Sonic games on Steam from Humble for $20.
Wow.
that was it, 20 quid.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was actually from Steam though. Mine was. It was during a summer bundle.
That is really cheap. And that's for all the Sonic games, or
Yeah, it was about. I think
All
it
of them
was
except
80 quid.
Mania, basically.
Yeah.
Mania, which was the time when I
Yeah.
bought my bundle. It was when Mania came out.
so,
It's not all of them though.
so the last one is then Generations or
It's
something?
close.
Yeah, last one be
Yeah, I
Forces as
think.
of now.
Does it? I'm gonna actually have a look at my Steam
last-
library just so I can
yeah, the
remember what
last-
Sonic games there were.
But yeah,
It was Sega, Mega Drive, and Genesis Classics, Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure DX,
Mhm.
Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing,
yeah.
Oh, that one is
Sonic
awesome.
CD, Sonic Generations, Sonic Lost World, Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1 and 2. That was the collection.
Okay.
Yeah, Lost World would be the most recent game
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in that bundle.
To that point, yeah.
It's like Forces
So
and
basically
Mania.
all the Sonic games you can get on Steam.
Minus Forces and Mania, because those are new, obviously. You're not going to put them in the bundle of cheap games when
No.
they.
Well, the
just
bundle
come out.
was...
It
the
would be
bundle
a
was
good
out-
idea, but
Yeah, the bundle was before those
Yeah.
games came
Okay.
out, so...
I mean,
but
they
that's
can still
weird
have.
because
At the time, Sonic Boom was the latest game to come out.
wow. Sonic
At that
Boom.
time.
Let's forget about that game, okay?
Yeah. It's like, what now?
At least, at least there's a reason
I
to
remember
play
Sonic
and maybe
Boom.
talk
It's
about
that
Sonic
TV
06.
series, isn't it?
But that Boom, nah. Boom is just utter garbage.
That game
The
is
TV series?
unbelievable
TV
bad.
series was pretty good.
At least 06 has some redeeming factors. But Boom, no, there's nothing redeeming about
I
Boom.
don't know. I feel like the cartoon was a redeeming factor.
I never
Yeah,
watched
the
the
show
cartoon,
is-
but
The show's
The
good.
show's alright.
The show's fine.
Yeah.
I-
It's the only
I'm not a
redeeming
big fan
factor
of
of
it,
that
I guess.
time.
But yeah,
The show's
It's too
fine.
bad they had to
two-
ruin the song.
The handheld games, I guess, are good.
you have
guess the-
like 2 games for the 3DS, right? And
I've
one of
never-
the games was actually pretty good. The second
I
one.
never
was
played
good.
them, but I just know they're okay, I guess. They're not.
Yeah, good.
They're not Rise of
Sonic-
Lyric, but
Sonic
they're
games, I mean,
I mean, none of the handheld games they've really made, except Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis, are bad. I would say
Mhm.
it's like the Advanced series was good, the Rush series was good, Rivals maybe questionable.
yeah, sort of. But Sonic Forces, the best feature they have is that you can create your own character. The story is bad, the gaming is bad. You know, I don't hear very good stuff
I think the
about it.
gameplay really depends on your opinion.
I disagree with Arcade. I really like Forces.
Okay.
Yeah, Forces is a very odd game. I've watched so many
I
videos
like it.
on it. I've seen so many different opinions. I've seen the Game Grumps who usually hate on
Yeah,
it,
yeah, the game grumps.
loving it. They've been loving
Yeah.
Forces
Mhm.
for some reason, and from
Wait
what
till
I
they get
see,
to the harder stages. They won't love it then.
from
I
what
thi-
I
I think-
see, I think
I think
I'm
Aaron
right.
actually likes that game. I mean, in the beginning he's like, "Oh, I hate this game because it's Sonic," but later on he will like the game because
I know. He
Yeah.
ended
you
up
know, it's
also
not a
like-
terrible Sonic game. I mean, it's
Even
not
some-
It's not bad.
it's not really
Although
good
people
either.
keep
But
like slamming it as if it's the worst thing to ever happen since
It's
06.
just-
I'm like, no.
It's just
But it's not
basically
even close.
average.
It's
what,
basically Generations again.
what was the other game? Like
Generations
Sonic,
with more weird side content.
Sonic
There's
and
a lot
the
of-
Black Knight. That was a really bad game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible. The worst Sonic game, though, easily is the remake of
Careful
the
with
Genesis one on the Game Boy Advanced.
Okay.
That's
Oh, really?
an atrocity. Yeah,
I-
they remade
For
the
a second
Genesis
there.
one in the Advanced in the Sonic Advance engine for Game Boy Advance, and it went over horrendously.
Oh no.
It's like
for a
Sonic
second
06, but
But
if it was
then
Sonic,
handheld,
it was actually Sonic 1.
Wow.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say Sonic R, and I was going to reprimand you for that because I like Sonic R. And so does the person who made Sonic Mania, so there.
I mean, they just like the concept of it, but even then,
I like the concept. The concept was really good, and they should bring that back.
yeah, Sonic Mega
Sonic
Mix.
R is one of
reimagine
those
it, made it
forgotten
better.
Sonic games, you know. I think it's really good actually, but people don't like it because it's different, you know. It's not like a
And short.
normal Sonic game.
Sonic
Yeah.
Forces is short if you just try to go to the main story. There's some
Mhm.
side content,
Yeah,
which
there
could.
is so much side content.
Yeah,
Really?
that's really the benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all
The hardest part, I believe, are the moon medals.
So
You mean
like,
you
is it-
mean the
'cause they're
red
timed.
rings?
is
Red
it the
rings.
same
No,
as
the
with
moon medals.
Oh, you're talking about
You
Sonic
get the red
06.
ring. You get the red rings,
Mm-hmm.
and you get them,
Yeah.
and then you get the bingo rings, and then you get the moon medals.
Okay.
Or moon
I've
rings,
not been
whatever.
following a lot of the side content. Because again, I haven't really
Yeah.
played that one yet.
So there's actually a lot more than you think. The
But yeah, there's-
bingo ones are probably the easiest ones to get, to be honest.
But yeah,
You just have to follow the number order.
Yeah.
But the moon ones, you have to get them all within a time limit. And they're not always placed in the best positions for you to get them all quickly,
All right.
the bingo.
which
Bingo.
makes it hard.
But is it a little bit like Mario that you play the main game for 3 hours and then after that you have a whole other game going after that? I mean,
Yeah,
okay.
Depends on the.
it's
Mario.
replayable.
Yeah,
It's got all that replayability.
because
And the way you
that is what
customize
makes
your
Mario a
characters
really
also
good game, you
helps.
know.
It
You
really
know,
depends on the
yeah.
Mario game, and you think about it.
I still think that the custom character is the best part of the
Mhm.
game.
That is really
Simply
awesome.
because you can change its fighting style as you want it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd agree. From what
That
I
is
see, custom
So much
character,
nicer.
everything except the 2D sections of the custom character are quite good. From what I see,
I thought the 2Ds weren't that bad either, honestly.
from what I hear, it's
Like I
just
said,
the
I like forces.
3D controls in 2D, and that just sounds like it's going to be terrible considering the 3D controls of
It's fine
Generations.
to me.
If it was the 3D controls of Adventure, then yeah, that's be fine.
Mhm.
It gives you enough of a transition to be able to adjust to it
Yeah.
suddenly changing. It doesn't just suddenly change; it transitions to it.
Yeah, that's
Making
what
it
I
a lot
say.
easier.
That's what I say about the adventure games. They give you enough time to adjust the transition, but then I've memorized all the transitions. I've just muscle memoried them,
Like,
so I don't even
what I
need
really
to think.
mean is, what I really mean is, they do like a sort of cutscene in between the
Yeah, I
3D
know.
and the 2D,
Mhm.
and it's long enough that you know you're going into 2D by the time you start moving around.
Yeah, I
And
think
it
that's
literally
the
does just do 2D controls from there on.
yeah, I think that's the appeal
And
of the
even-
adventure games.
Yeah,
The-
even with the wisps, with the wisp power ups, that electric whip that goes from side to side. When you go to 2D section, it goes from top to bottom.
Oh
Cool.
yeah.
They turn it round so that you can use it more effectively.
And you could also use it
Very
to
clever.
bullshit the infinite fight. I mean, you can't
Sort
lose
of.
with the whip.
You can't. You can't because you have to auto target in order to beat Infinite. You can't actually hit him without using the target reticle.
Yeah, and the whip just
You literally you could hit him as many times as you want with the whip, and it won't do any damage.
I don't know. Everyone
Actually
just
have
says
to
you
homing
win.
attack him.
You just win with the whip.
I tried it. I tried winning it with the whip. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna beat this easy. And I was like, why is he not dying? Why is this not doing damage? Oh my god, I've got to jump at him.
I don't know. It's like all the videos I've ever seen of the infinite fight in the whip, they've just won with the whip. So I don't know.
I don't know how they've done that because when I played it, the whip didn't do any damage to him.
Yeah. I don't know. Playing the
So that's
PC
weird.
version or something?
No, Switch.
Ah, okay. So the not so great 30 frames per second version.
I don't know. I never noticed a problem with it.
It's like I'd play it on Switch if it was 60, but no.
I
I'd
don't
ra-
know,
I'd
it seemed
rather have
all right
60
to me. I didn't even know it was lesser on the Switch. I didn't notice a difference at all.
One of those things you don't notice. Use a lot of this.
It's probably best not to put too much credit into like rumors and stuff and people's personal experiences.
I mean, it
that's
was
true, yeah.
confirmed by a lot of people that it's 30. Same for like
It
Doom
doesn't
on
seem
Switch.
that way to me.
Same
Which
for
is strange.
same for Doom on the Switch. Doom on the Switch is also running 30 instead
Yeah,
of
I've
60.
heard about that. Yeah.
Which
Jeez, we've been going for 20 minutes with this.
I can hold a
Should we move
conversation.
on?
Yeah, let's talk
we
about
move on?
news or something like we're supposed
Yes.
to. This is the
Yeah.
co-optional podcast. Just
what
ramble
now?
about nonsense.
Oh. Well, that tends to be what happens on podcasts.
We occasionally talk
You
about
ramble
video
for a
games.
while. I just like to keep it structured. That's
Yeah.
all. Like
Mm.
it doesn't have to be. Like we could just continue talking, but I kind of want to focus it.
I want to hear about news. I want to hear why I don't bother to listen to news. Want to hear?
Well, I'm first going to talk. First, I'm going to talk about news about the Let's Play Vortex forum. Yeah, it's kind of dead. I'm just going to say that right out. It's nothing happened with it. No one helped out. Well,
Probably
Arcade
understatement of
helped
the
out. I'm
millennium.
lying. Arcade helped out.
A little
So
bit.
there wasn't enough people to keep it going, and it's just sitting there now with nothing happening.
And that's somehow...
However, I do have some stuff I added before it died. And I want to mention them. I added a new banner to the forum, which didn't actually do anything. We got a Discord now. I re-engineered my old Discord to now be part of the Vortex Discord now. That's what we're talking in actually as well.
Yeah.
That's what we're podcasting in.
They probably guessed that
It's
from
gonna
the
sound podcast.
3 images of our flashing profile pics.
I don't know how I'm gonna edit this together. I've realized that my webcam is actually on the Bandicam as well, so it's gonna see me regardless.
All right.
But I'll probably edit it in, and I may still just do the lighting up on certain frames. It all depends on how I want to edit it together. But yeah, so I was talking about the forum.
Yeah.
It exists.
As for the contests, no winner for the ranked title contest since nobody entered. Yeah, that's also dead in the water. And only Arcade entered the Spotlight contest, so we'll talk about his entry in a minute, because he'll definitely won, because he's the only person that entered.
I must admit something, because I kind of forget that I did that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it might have
You just
happened.
grab one of my videos and say that I answered as well.
Yeah. Let's see
Just
who
throw it in
wins.
there now.
To be fair, I don't think I'll beat Arcades, but hey.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
Challenge
I mean,
accepted.
my content is always the... I always think very lowly of my content, because I can't really open an editing software. It's like anytime I try to use editing software, it just crashes.
But
So-
how do you edit your videos then? Completely other topic.
YouTube. The YouTube editor.
Oh.
Okay, how is that working?
Okay.
Because I saw it and I
That's
never
interesting.
understand anything of it. But
It's simple enough. It's just trim out portions of the video. That's really it.
okay.
It's all I really need. It's like, I just need to trim out some portions of videos when they're really boring.
Okay.
I never like to trim my videos. I'm like, no, I need to keep that piece. No, and that one too.
That was the hardest part of my 2-hour-long Battlefront 2 video. It's like, what do I trim? I talked during this whole thing, even during the most boring parts. It's like, how did I manage to do this without my lungs exploding?
Yeah.
So yeah, the forum is pretty much dead. We're gonna be probably shifting the entire forum to Discord because we want to keep doing the podcast and whatnot.
Mhm.
I mean, I want to keep doing the podcast. I don't know if anybody else does.
I'll be here for whatever.
So I'm gonna be putting out the Discord with everything to do with the forum, and this might just become Discord news instead of forum news.
That sounds awesome, actually.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
get a bunch of
News.
bots and it'll never be the same.
Discord news
Yeah.
live,
Tonight on Discord News.
live.
Someone pooped
I
on
don't know why I
me.
keep saying that. We're not live. What am I talking about?
Live on Discord News. I got pooped on.
Okay.
I'm just going through the conversation. That's all.
Okay. Let's quickly move on to the Vortex Spotlight, which was oh god, I don't have the video up. Oh no! Oh no!
It's Chemical
I screwed
Plant.
up. I
Fight us-
failed.
It was
Chemical
Clever
Plant, you
Boss
fight a cool
Battle number
It was
3.
arcade. It was Yeah, it was Arcade Salad's video. Oh, I can't find the damn video now. Ah!
Sonic
He fought a
Mania
boss. It was
3
inventive.
clever boss
It's probably
fight or
from another
something.
game.
I should have done the smart thing and gone into the event, clicked on it, and then I would have been at the video.
Basically.
I don't know why I didn't do that. Yeah, it's Sonic Mania 3 clever boss fight. I think you said that already.
Yeah, sort of something like
Yeah.
that. But
Arcade Salad goes through chemical plants, fights a couple of bosses. One of them is really cool, and
the
probably
others
gets
are
mad
not so
at something.
clever.
I like your intro. It always seems to be unique for the series you're doing.
Sorry?
I thought that was quite interesting.
What?
Is the music different each time as well?
Yeah, I always make a new intro for a new series.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
One thing I've always been told is keep my intro short. It's like, intro should be short or non-existent.
Okay, yeah,
keep
I
people
really like an
told that as
intro,
well.
so...
Yeah, it's fine to have an intro.
Yeah.
Some people do have fairly decently long ones, but as long as there's something to watch in the intro,
Mhm.
it's not a problem. People who don't like can just skip over it.
Yeah, and of course, if people don't want to see it, they skip it. I mean, you can
Basically.
directly go to the video if you want, so...
It's a little bit harder to do that on VidMe, but yeah.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Ooh, awesome people. And
My
I
intro
think
is
the
me
first
trying to
thing-
explain the last video when I don't remember the last video. It's like, greetings and salutations to people, the interwebs. I'm Eviscerator MK2, and welcome back to Battlefront 2. Last time we left off, we did a thing. Now we're going to do more things.
Oh, yeah. That's
At least
also a
you try to
really good intro.
recap. I never do that.
Something happened in the last episode. What happened? Nobody knows, but here we go with a new episode.
Yeah, I know. It's just like with the Galactic Conquest series. I always start off with what I did last, and like we took over Kashyyyk because I'm on the save the screen of Kashyyyk where we won the battle, the victory screen. Like,
Yeah.
We beat the whatever that was.
like trying to explain the content of a 2-hour video would be insane. So it's better just to
We did a thing. There we go. Fully explained.
Just tell the last minute or something from your last video, and then it's also alright, right? So
basically.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't
Yeah.
even remember the last minute.
It has been a long time since we did the last podcast. I was posted up in August.
really, wow, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, it's a long time since we did the last podcast. Mainly because we kept running into problems. I got ill, Tom got ill, and now Tom's got computer problems, so he can't join in. So that's why Arcade Salad's co-hosting.
Yay!
Thanks for stepping in at such short notice too.
Woo!
I meant to ask you a while back, but I kept forgetting.
It's no problem.
It happens.
I'm really happy to be the co-host of this podcast for this episode. So it's an honor.
Thanks for helping out.
No problem. All during the podcast, we are just talking about, oh, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you,
Thank
man,
you.
thank
No,
you.
thank you.
I'm just trying to think of ways to make fun of people. Self-deprecating
I mean,
humor
that's-
is the best kind of humor.
True.
Fair enough.
I mean, if you can't make fun of yourself, you're probably not suited to be a content creator.
Yeah, better don't come to fit me then, like, please
It's like-
give up already.
If you can't accept that maybe the content you're making might not be great, then or the content you used to make isn't very good, then you may may not be suited for this type of.
Yeah, my
You
content-
You know what's really
Absolutely
funny? I had
can't.
a comment. It was on YouTube one time. It was about a cringe video, and the comment was like, "Oh, but your videos are so super cringe." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm super cringe. So what now?" You never reacted to it.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
I mean, it's such.
you
fun
kind of
to make
expect
fun
your
of
old
yourself
videos to be
sometimes.
cringy.
I mean,
Sorry. You kind of expect your old videos to be cringy.
oh wait, I see a Twitter message coming up. There we
It's a
go.
professional here. That's professionalism.
And I just
This is not cringy.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
You people watching this in 5 years' time, this is not cringy. What are you talking about?
yeah, and like I said, I would be just posting random memes that I found from when I was tweeting about Battlefront 2.
Fair enough. That'll lead us into our next topic, gaming news. Battlefront 2!
Yay! Very good
It had
game.
What did you call it? Fake a front too.
It would have been Gamblefront 2, but they temporarily removed the
Gamblefront 2.
microtransactions.
Because
Only
of
temporarily.
But
The-
the thing
the
is, like,
stupid
do
decisions they
they
made.
still have the loot crates or don't they have the loot crates anymore?
The loot crates, I believe, are still there. You just can't buy them with real money right now.
So you have to play 300 rounds of Battlefront 2 to get a character or something in the game.
40 hours, and if you want everything, 4,500 hours.
What the freak?
Yeah.
Are they
That's
crazy or something? Are they not thinking about this and be like, oh wait?
I love all
wait
the
a
people
second,
who are like,
wait.
oh, they cut down the cost of heroes by 75%. But
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, they also cut down some of the rewards by 75%.
The rewards as well, yeah. That's right. They cut them down. That makes it easier. No, because they cut this thing down to make it harder.
It's
Let's
like
cut
you could have
everything
gotten
down now.
You could
Let's
have
forget
gotten
about
a
this
hero
game.
from the campaign reward, but now you can't get that hero from the campaign reward because instead of 20,000 points, it's 5,000 points. The heroes are 15,000 points now.
EA is amazing as a company. It doesn't know what it does, but it's completely
It
not
took
working at
Disney
all.
telling them to stop what the fuck they were doing to stop what the
Yeah.
fuck they were doing,
There was this thing
which is
where
why I linked that
they
tweet.
made a statement that they wanted people to earn their
Yeah, 700,000
Their
downvotes.
credits.
Yeah.
and I remember seeing somebody actually respond to that. Yeah, I'll just go into, was it Burger King or McDonald's, something like that, and they can tell me that after I bought my food, I can what was it, grind for like so many hours to get the experience of eating that food. Something like that. I can't remember the exact.
There was also a
tweet.
reply to one of the messages on the forum saying the 75% down to cost down to heroes, saying, I feel 75% less pride and accomplishment now. I need to find
But-
that reply on my Twitter.
But do you think they will fix everything now, or that they be like, okay, fuck it, this happened, we are going on with another game and get people's money from that, and
They're
then
gonna-
go to another one and keeps going on with loot crates and everything. So
They're gonna leave microtransactions off until Disney is off their ass, obviously. Most
Yeah.
likely.
Yeah.
They're not really gonna do much to change
I
it.
love how people started celebrating as soon as they gave that statement. They were turning them off for a little while.
I mean, it's still something to celebrate because EA did something not EA.
Yeah, but everyone was saying like, "Well, this is a victory. We
It is.
won."
It is kind of a
It's like,
victory.
yeah,
because
wait till the next battle.
it's like
they kind of.
it's
I think they have a really big office party for 3 days now, and then after that, the things going on again. Like the next problem is
Yeah.
coming.
It's just gonna turn around again
Yeah.
and just do exactly the same
Battlefront
thing.
2 still sold 60% less physical copies than the first one. So something
Wow.
happened during all this.
The first,
We don't know digital sales, but physical sales are so down. It's ridiculous.
But
Yeah.
but the thing is, like, the first one was actually, it was not amazing, but it was good. And with this game, I feel like, okay, you know what? It's just
It wasn't
like,
even a game, really. It's kind of
They
a
didn't
demo
even
up
try.
until all the DLC came out. Then the first one
It's a
became
loot
game.
crate.
yeah, it's just a loot
It's a
crate.
loot crate, not a game.
And then the second game is just a slot machine.
Yeah.
It's a slot machine with video game elements. kind of like that
Pay to
Metal
win.
Gear Solid 3 pachinko machine.
Oh yeah, that's also a thing. Yeah. Oh my god.
Pay to win.
That's just they want everything to be that slot machine. Just a movie with where you pull a lever.
So they're
and
basically teaching
something
people to
happens.
gamble then.
Yeah, children.
Yeah.
Because you know,
Yeah.
Battlefront
Hey kids, would you
rated
like to play
T
the
for
slot
teen.
machine? Don't worry, it's just for you. It's got Star Wars on the front.
Games like Battlefront and Overwatch are rated.
You
T
only
for
have to pay
teen instead of
$900
M
for
mature.
And you get
But I-
Luke Skywalker. Whoa, whoopee!
It's why the country of Belgium is investigating the loot crates as gambling.
Yeah. And you,
That's a victory. When you get
It
a
is
cut-
basically, isn't it?
it's
That's a
gambling.
huge
It's pure
victory.
gambling. I mean,
when you
Yeah.
get a country to investigate something as gambling, you've basically won there. It's like
yeah.
there was the UK thing with the petition, and the UK government actually commented on that petition about Battlefront 2, and now we have the Belgium government saying this might be gambling. We should look into this,
Yeah,
and
true.
they're looking into it.
Yeah.
And
It is
Battlefront 2
basically gambling.
and Battlefront 2 could be fined and banned from sale in Belgium. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
That's
they
a
have
victory.
It's funny. It's funny how everybody notices this kind of thing now, but all the previous games that did it, nobody paid
You
attention
know the
to
thing
at
is-
all.
I mean, it's kind of the case of Battlefront 2 went for pay to win, while Overwatch went for cosmetic.
Aesthetic.
It's just
Yeah.
cosmetic. It's like you could do it's just cosmetic argument, which is
The dumb
bullshit
thing
because
is
it's still
cosmetic.
gambling.
But the thing is, like, there's a lot of free games on Steam or on PS4 that you can play, but you have to pay money to get more extra characters or a new level or something.
It's also the case of
So it's
those
not
are free, and Battlefront 2 is $60. It's like
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
thing is, like, those games have loot crates too, but nobody complains about that, you know? Or you have
Right.
to
Yeah.
you have to play 30 hours to get a character or a new level or anything,
Yeah.
you know?
it's
not
kind of the
free.
case of, again, you don't have to pay to play those games, and you can just move on if you don't like it. When it comes to, say,
Yeah.
Battlefront
Yeah.
2, if you bought it digitally on, say, the PlayStation 4 and you didn't like it, you can't exactly refund it.
No, that's true. That's true. You're right with that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can refund it on Steam and Xbox, but PlayStation 4, as soon as you turn on the game, you lose the right to
You're
refund
kind
that.
of fucked. Yeah. It's over. I had it with a game once. I was like, oh,
PlayStation
this
really
game
needs to
is
catch
bad,
up with Xbox on concepts like refunding and stuff. Refunding, backwards compatibility, so many things Xbox does that PlayStation doesn't. It's like, why?
I'm only a PlayStation guy. I really don't like Xbox, but I have to say for Xbox that's a really good future, and we need
Yeah,
that
so
for
many
the PS4
good
too.
ideas. Game
Yeah.
Pass, you got backwards compatibility with the original Xbox 360. So you can play your old games
Yeah.
and so much other stuff that
But
you
you know
kind of
what
have
we
to
have on
pay
the
for on PlayStation.
You know
So
what
you have-
PlayStation has? PlayStation Now. So you can play. You have to rent a game for 2 or 3 days. You can play the game
It's
and
not
then.
a rent anymore. It's a it's a subscription service.
Okay,
You can
all right.
pay $25 for 3 months.
Wow, it's so. I can believe it. I mean, it's crazy, but
Xbox Game Pass
I was
is
just looking
cheaper
at the
than
trailer,
that. And you don't have to be online to play those games because
Mhm.
you download the
Yeah.
game through Game Pass
Yeah.
instead of playing it through an internet connection.
Honestly, I'd rather just own the game.
sorry.
If I really want a game, I just own it. I just buy it and own it.
I like
Oh,
services like Game Pass
Yeah.
and EA/Origin Access, mainly because I
Yeah.
don't want to buy EA games, but I'll subscribe. I'll subscribe to their service and play them that way, so I don't have to pay a fortune for the damn things. And
Fair
also,
enough.
most of the games on EA/Origin Access aren't from EA. They're from a lot of indie studios, things like
True.
Origami and Fury and all those other things, because EA does a lot of good things with everything but their own games.
True.
It's like Origin is a
Self-defeating.
good service. It's Origin and EA Access are really good deals because it's like, what is it,
So
$25
if you want to make
for
a good game, don't work for EA, but work for a company that works for EA.
Actually, don't even work for a company that works for EA. Work for like an indie studio that EA
Yeah.
decided you made a good game. We need to publish this.
I
Because
think indie
The
games
EA
or indie
originals are
developers
really good.
are a lot better than the big companies right now. I mean, indie developers are just do it because they like it,
Yeah.
and they don't have to be a really big
Knocking
company.
it out of the park.
and even EA sees profit in that. He's like they have the EA originals, which published
yeah.
games like Unravel. They're
That
doing
game is really
the-
good, by the way. But
yeah, Unravel, A Way Out. There's also Faye, which I still haven't seen much of. It came
Which
out in
one?
that one E3, and then that was kind of the end of Faye talk.
Uh,
But
I
apparently it's
never
coming
heard
out
of that
next
game.
year, which is exciting. Because Faye looks really good. It looks like a 3D Ori and the Blind Forest, and Ori and the Blind Forest is fucking incredible.
mm-hmm.
It's insane to think Microsoft made Ori and the Blind Forest when they usually make a lot of, shooters. It's like
mm-hmm.
Ori and the Blind Forest is their IP. It's insane to think that. And
Wow.
there's a sequel coming out to it.
yeah. Crazy.
While
Crazy.
Sunset Overdrive is still kind of in
That
hiatus.
game looks also amazing.
Sunset
That
Overdrive is amazing. When it comes to
And-
the best Xbox exclusives, I'd say Ori and the Blind Forest, Sunset Overdrive, and Cuphead are easily the top three.
Cuphead.
Cuphead. I really want to play
Everyone talked
Cuphead.
about Cuphead. Everyone keeps bringing up Cuphead.
I mean, it's hard not to
Wow.
bring up.
So
It's an
amazing.
amazing game.
And I love Journey's cartoon, so it's when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, yes, 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 I want this. I want to play this. It looks so good.
I just don't.
Microsoft does an
Not-
amazing
I'm
job
not
with the
interested
indie
in it.
stuff.
True.
I'm not interested in it. And then
It's like-
while the hype was still going around by Cuphead, the game I really liked, Had in Time, sort of got overshadowed by it.
Massively.
yeah.
Yes.
You didn't
Yeah.
hear a lot from that game.
It's like
You know,
Hat in
that's
Time
not- Hat in
sells
Time is
50,000
great.
units. Cuphead goes to sell a couple million.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people got into Cuphead because of that one reporter that screwed up so badly.
I mean, Cuphead has just been teased over the years endlessly
Yeah,
because it's been
but
in
I didn't hear
development
about-
since
I didn't even-
2011.
I didn't even know
Or
it
2010, I
existed
should
until
say.
that. I didn't even know it existed until that.
It was in-
that game.
Yeah.
Journalist screwed up so badly that everyone started
I
talking.
mean, it was the talk of the show every time it was shown at one of Xbox's
Yeah.
E3 conferences. It's like, what is this game? It's like, where is it? It's like, when is it coming
thing.
out? That's always the common phrase. It's like, when is this
Mhm.
coming out? And it just
Yeah.
be constantly showed at the Xbox E3, like, for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Wait until
Like,
they
I
make
don't
a
know, I'm just
sequel to
not-
it.
I'm just not that interested in games that are that difficult.
Well, it's not really. It's difficult. It's not Dark Souls.
I've seen a lot of games.
It's
that-
hard, but
Oh god, not the Dark Souls comparison.
it's not
Jeez.
saying it's not going for Dark Souls. It's going for challenging but fair. And yes, I am saying Dark Souls is not entirely challenging but fair. I'm saying it's somewhat bullshit. It's a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of trial and error, but
But Cuphead seems a little bit like Dark Souls in cartoon style.
not really. It's like Dark Souls is a massively different game in so many different
Yeah,
ways.
okay, but
It's like
with the challenge and everything.
it's
like
I've
like
heard
boss battles.
Cuphead be I've heard Cuphead be compared to bullet hell games.
yeah, it is bullet hell in
Yeah.
a lot of situations.
So they're difficult. It's difficult like those kinds of games, and those games really do get difficult.
It really depends on the boss. Some bosses are bullet hell, some are easy. Like say the birdhouse one. Wally Warbles? I'm amazed I remembered that name. He has a bullet hell section, but it's pretty simple. And then there's the Dr. Robotnik boss, which I kind of recorded a video of, but I decided 1 hour of me failing to that boss was not worth putting up. Mainly because I suck at bullet hell. But yeah, it's that Dr. Robotnik boss, and his final phase is just entirely bullet hell.
Mm.
With this chaos emeralds and stuff I'm still trying to figure out.
So Dr. Robotnik made a cameo.
They always have references in the sense. It's like Dr. Robotnik meets Wily. Dr. Wily, in a sense. It looks like Dr. Wily, but fights you with a
So it's
chaos
just
emerald.
basically an evil doctor.
Yeah, it's the evil doctor trope. There's a trope for everything. You have Tom and Jerry, you have plants, you have the devil, obviously.
Yeah, that's one of the main focuses of the game.
Yes, 1930s cartoons
apparently
were
the-
weird as fuck.
They were really weird, yeah.
Apparently, the devil character isn't actually as tough as most of the other bosses.
Yes, I know that, kind of. I haven't played it beyond that, but I believe the boss before the devil is actually the hardest in the game, from what I hear.
King Dice, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he was supposed to be the final boss, and they just upped it or something. Like,
There were-
added in the devil last second.
And they were like, okay, we need Satan for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
we
I
need
think
them
the
to have an actual reason to run around and collect the
I think the idea of Satan
Devil,
is kind of to
the
show
devil.
how powerful you've actually become by then. It's like
Mhm.
King
Yeah.
Dai being as powerful as he is just because of the way he's structured.
Yeah,
Because it's supposed to be, in a sense, against you.
because the boss rush.
Yeah.
Like
It's,
Mega Man.
it's against you, in a sense. Like, the boss rush is usually
It's a
harder
boss
than the final
rush-
boss.
It's a boss rush like Mega Man,
Yeah.
basically.
Even if none of the
Although you get to
bosses...
choose your bosses.
Even if none of the bosses actually appeared in the game beforehand.
Yeah. Close enough.
Yeah.
It's Dark Souls.
But yeah, the idea of... Not really. Like I said to that one
Cup
person who
Souls.
was commenting...
Cup
it's
Souls.
like Dark-
Cup Souls. Oh wait, they don't
That's
have
gonna be the
those.
sequel.
Cup Souls.
It's Mega Man.
Wow, there's
It's
so
Gunstar
many games I
Heroes.
wanted to talk about. We're still on Cuphead.
I mean, it's a game that's worthy of talking about. What can you say?
Yeah, I guess.
There's a lot to
Another
talk
game
about.
that's worth talking about is A Hat in Time, and we skimmed over that.
We even skip it
Yeah,
right
just
now.
like everyone else. It's like ahead of time's
Oh
out
my
for
God.
Cuphead.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
Bad time.
Hat in Time is great. I love the Hat Kid.
I want to
So
play
funny.
that game, but I don't have money to be buying the game. That's the thing. And then I don't even know if I can run it. But they say if you can run Unreal Tournament 3, you can run that. And I'm like, yeah, I can
Yeah.
possibly run Unreal Tournament 3. It's made in the
Uh,
exact same engine as Unreal Tournament 3. Exactly. Like
Yeah,
the-
it is.
the Unreal Development Kit for Unreal Tournament 3.
Yeah. It's on every console except for the Switch.
Oh, it's out already on every console? I at the time only thought it was out on
Wait.
Steam.
Wait.
It's like-
yeah, it might not be out on the console.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
know.
on the
I watched
PS4
the
yet.
trailer. It's
It's
like it's
coming
coming
next
out on
year.
console in fall. It's almost winter.
Yeah.
And I don't think they've ever said anything about it coming out on console.
No, I
yeah.
think it's coming next year.
Actually,
to,
it is coming out on console, but yeah, it's next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got
it.
delayed, which is a shame.
Yeah. That's because it's a bit awkward to port over. But it's not coming out on Switch at all.
I mean,
Well,
if you're
it's
working
not
with
in
an
the foreseeable
outdated
future.
version of Unreal Engine 3, that's bound to issues are bound to happen.
It's going to be hard to port over.
Basically,
But it's
like,
a perfect game for the Switch, you know?
it would be perfect,
it's a better
but
pick up and play.
trying to port that over to the Switch with the version of Unreal 3 they're using
Yeah.
might be completely impossible, kind of like how Ukulele's having it was completely impossible on the Wii U. Like they had to cancel the Wii U version entirely of Ukulele, and I think they're still struggling trying to get that game on the Switch.
Yeah, let's forget about that game too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhat worth
I
talking
think
about.
we should refocus
It
on
was a
Hat in
nice
Time.
try, but
It's so much better than Ukulele.
Yeah, it's definitely better than Ukulele. I'd say it's up there with
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey from what I've seen.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably up there as well. I haven't actually played Mario Odyssey.
I've been
Interesting, that's my next game on the list.
yeah,
Um,
I've been basically selling to a Hat in Time to as many of the Xbox fanboys who follow me on Twitter or I follow. Just see those
the
reasons.
the weird thing about this is you can get a game like A Hat in Time for like, I don't know, what was it, 20 quid, something like
Mhm.
that.
It's-
But then you go over to Mario Odyssey and it's like 40 quid. Oh my god. I don't know if I can afford to buy that.
But it's only the name because it says Mario.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Mario, it
Yeah.
was probably also 30 or 20 bucks. So
Yeah,
If,
that's a big problem with brand names.
yeah, and it's Nintendo
They,
too.
they
you know?
make really good games, but the problem is they're so damn expensive.
Indeed. Something about it.
Sometimes they make bad games.
Yeah. It doesn't help that the cartridge format they're going for is more expensive to produce than a disc.
Not a really smart
Yeah.
move, but yeah.
It's like games on the Switch are more expensive than games anywhere else because of cartridges. It's always the
Yeah.
issue with 3DS
It's
as
a bit
well
awkward.
too. It's
Mhm.
like games don't really drop in price in 3DS.
Yeah.
They had like a year or 2 years ago, they had like a bunch of Mario games that they were selling for $20 instead of like 40 or 50. But it were not a great games, you know?
Hmm.
Where Mario
Speaking of Mario games, Mario games, this is a good segue for Mario and Rabbids that came out as well.
Looks
What was it
fun,
from
dumb
Ubisoft?
concept.
Not a big fan of that game, but
Yeah.
It
I
looks
didn't think that
really fun, but it's a really
It's-
stupid concept because and somehow Nintendo agreed to Ubisoft's idea.
yeah, I really don't like the rabbits. You know, if it wasn't without, or if it was
Yeah.
a game without the rabbits, I would
I
love
think they
it.
at least made them
I don't-
interesting in that game. They made the rabbits.
That's
interesting.
true, yeah.
I don't mind the rabbits. But I'm just not that big fan of strategy games.
Oh, that's the thing that I really
It's-
like about it. It's like XCOM Mario, you know. That's
It's
a really cool
Yeah.
feature.
It's somewhat more
I will
simplified.
play
It's
it,
kind of like another game I've been playing. When you think about it, really simplified. What was it again? Pit People by the Behemoth, which another
I haven't tried that yet.
another studio that Microsoft seems to love. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pit People is a
Yeah.
really good game. It's a super simple strategy
to try
game, and
that.
it's so much fun. Well, if you ever try
I
it,
need to try
do
that.
invite me
Just because of who made it, not even the freaking.
I know
game
it's like
itself, but you
Behemoth.
made it.
It's like Behemoth. It's like you see
made
the Behemoth's
so many
name on
great
it, you're like,
games.
I must buy this immediately.
Oh,
gonna be good.
insane. Oh, that's
Yeah, the
really
Behemoth
cool.
just makes so many random genres, and somehow they do them so very well.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
I've been hesitating to get it because it's a strategy game, but at the same time,
don't let that
don't
let that turn you off. It's an amazing
Yeah.
game, and we should play it together when you get it.
Yeah. All right. Did we talk about Forces yet?
Not really.
No.
Was that before that? That was before.
That was on the
podcast
interlude
thing.
when we're just thinking
Yeah.
of random
Forces
stuff.
is another game that kind of got skipped over, except for with hate. People hate it.
I'd say more
I don't
mixed
get it,
opinions. It's like
I don't get
everything
the
is
hate.
mixed. It's like it's probably the most divisive of the 3D Sonic games. It's like more divisive
I
than
don't know.
Adventure, more divisive than Heroes, more divisive than Adventure 2. It's
I think it's a lot
absurd.
like Generations.
It's,
I think people mostly
looks
It
like
does seem a lot
Generations.
Yeah.
which is pretty good, I'd say. Like
It's
they're
a very
keeping a nice,
more
strong,
on rails
stable
Generations.
hmm
It's a lot more on rails.
Generations was a really
I
good
wouldn't
game.
say it's that on rails, to be honest. There are some early segments with the tutorial sections and whatnot that they are a bit on rails, but later on they take your rails away from you.
Yeah, and,
Okay, now
and for
go
some-
forwards.
and for some reason there's no drift button.
That's probably because I just don't want.
I mean, the
You'll
drift
get
would be-
dying to it.
I
The
must
drift
say,
button-
it
Get
looks
down
like
to
a
the
really
drift.
good game, but the thing is, like, they wanted to make it like a sequel for Generations, but it seems like it's a complete new thing, and people really don't like that. Like, there's an whole...
I agree
story
with everyone
I
about
when
it.
they
wish,
say.
I wish they'd continued the story from the previous game. Not from the previous game, from the previous booster gameplay
I will say when it comes to
from Generations, because colors kept the colors went into Generations. Generations technically kept the story of colors
Mhm.
intact, and then I was thinking like Forces would do the same on top of that.
Yeah.
I think Lost
especially
World
when
does in
for
the
some
process.
reason they said it's not Generations 2, when clearly by the looks of the freaking game and how it plays, that's Generations 2.
Yeah, right?
I have
Or Colors 3.
There's so much unexplained
Colors 3.
shit in with Forces. Like, where'd all the animal characters come from? So far, it's just been a world of humans. When did all these animal characters appear? It's like up to
That's just general canon, isn't it?
yeah, it's like animal characters out of nowhere. All of a sudden, we're the comics.
That's yeah, I think it's probably more based on the comics than anything else.
It's
if
like
you
the
want to
comics
go away
aren't
from the
canon.
human
That's the
aspect.
thing. None of the comics are canon.
Yeah,
It's like-
but you're
except
creating
for
your own
the most
custom
recent-
character who could be anyone in the world.
Yeah.
So the idea is to make everybody like that in the world, so that your character can fit in better.
Even then, it's like where'd all these animal characters come from? So far, they've been the minority. Then all of a sudden, entire cities of them. Like where? It's like
Eggman
unleashed.
killed all the people.
It's like unleashed.
Eggman killed all the humans.
Unleashed everywhere you went. It's humans. It's like
Yeah. But Eggman killed all the humans in this one.
I don't
Clearly, that's what happened.
even- I don't
They
think so.
don't
It's a
show
really
it, they
dark
don't
story
tell you
then.
that's what
I
happened,
know
but that's
gun
really
is
what
still a
happened.
thing because again, you have Rouge, Omega, and Shadow.
Yeah, but they're
working
not
together.
all together. They're not all together.
They're kind of working.
Rouge is doing their own thing for part of the resistance.
Rouge is doing what
Shadow's
you'd
off
expect her to
somewhere
do.
doing whatever.
Do you guys
And,
remember the Shadow
They
the
weren't even the-
Hedgehog
and-
game?
Omega's dead.
Omega dies, and
That's
that's
basically it.
Omega
He's dead
dies
before
off
the story
screen
starts.
because, of course, he's not
He's
not worthy
before
of
the story starts.
yeah,
Oh wait, no. He dies in Shadow's story.
which is definitely before the story starts
Well, yeah, but
because
not
that's a DLC.
Because the story technically starts from when Infinite the Jackal appears. Oops,
Yeah.
sorry, spoilers.
It's not really a spoiler. They posted the whole Jackal thing on their
Did
Twitter.
they? I didn't know.
Yeah,
about
they
that.
did a
Okay,
they did
now I
a
can
comic
just call him
series
a
on their
Jackal.
Twitter. I'll
Yeah,
post.
Infinite the Jackal. I was kind of.
Yeah, they even showed his
I
face
was-
on the Twitter.
Oh, they showed his face. I want to see his face.
Yeah, I'll be
I
going
never
through
saw
the
his
tweets
face.
while we're talking.
It's not in the. It's not in the. It's not in the.
Yeah, I don't know why because
Shadow
again, they
episode.
made the comics they made with the new comics IDW or whatever
Yeah.
they're called.
They probably didn't have the face made at that point.
No, they had the
When
face.
you-
They had the
when you
face
episode
made.
of
It looks basically the same from what little you see in the game.
Yeah. No, I mean the game probably didn't have the face.
No,
properly
there's a
made.
face on Infinite. You can kind of see it from things. It's just they don't show it for some reason, even though they showed it in the
Weird.
comic backstory to the stuff.
That's weird.
Like how Eggman found Infinite, Eggman found the Phantom Ruby. All of a sudden, Silver's here. Even then, they don't explain Silver.
So it was there because
It's just like he's here all of a sudden.
he was there in Generations.
It's like there's gonna be
was
problems
there in
the
Colours?
future.
No, it
I
wasn't
think
there
that
in
was the
Colours. Nobody
comic.
was there
Yeah,
in
the comic.
Colours.
The comic actually does explain it.
He was there in Generations. That's the answer.
All right, let me just.
I'm pretty sure he was there in Generations.
It came from the future again. That's all I know when it came to the comic.
He probably just got stuck in the present. And he was like, I'll own this.
I have to go to their media.
I'll just pretend I've always been here.
No, in the game he kind of pretends he's always in there, but in this comic he was actually did come from the future.
Yeah. And then got stuck in the past.
Don't worry.
I mean, if he comes to the future, he knows how all this turns out, so why the hell is he even there? He knows he doesn't do anything.
Alright. Side note, family got tired of even having the TV muted, so tell me if you hear the TV in the background,
Nope.
Okay?
so we can change anything,
I don't.
if need be. But yeah.
I don't hear any television, but...
Let's see, what else we got? What else came out recently?
Alright, we're good.
Oh,
South Park.
Sound Park!
SPW?
Yes!
I want to play that
love that
game,
game.
Fractured,
but
the Fractured Butthole.
Yeah, that game is amazing.
I want to play that
played it.
game, but the PC specs of it seem absurd to me.
I've-
It's like it's a 2D
I've
game.
seen
Why is it needing something that looks like a supercomputer?
But if they fix it or you can play it, please play it because it's such an amazing game.
But then
Have you
again, if
played,
I tried playing it
have
on
you played
PC,
the
it has like
first one too?
4 digital right management softwares on it. 4 for some reason. It has
Really?
Denuvo, it has Steam, it has Uplay, it has something else, which that something else mixed with
Jeez.
Denuvo has been crippling the performance of Assassin's Creed Origins on PC. So I
I played it
oh,
on
it's
the
not the DRM.
I played it on
Ubisoft
the PS4 and it had some glitches during the cutscenes. That was the only problem that I had with it, but for the rest
Yeah.
it was really good.
It looks really good. I'm actually very interested in how the storyline's going to play out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the whole thing, but I've been watching Jacksepticeye play it, so...
Have you played or have you seen the first one, Stick of Truth?
Yeah.
That game was even crazier as this one, but this one is also really surprisingly good. And for a sequel, it's
Yeah.
not bad at all.
From what I've seen so far, it's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has an interesting storyline.
And I'm not even interested in South Park.
Really?
And I
Oh.
think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, the South Park game.
That's a very good sign-in. I'm a big South Park fan, even though the newer seasons are not as good as the old ones, but they have a lot of Easter eggs from
The
old
thing
series
is,
in
in
the
order
new
to get the
game, so-
context of some of the jokes, I've actually gone and watched some South Park episodes.
To get some of the
Just
context,
to get the
of some-
context of the jokes.
to get the context of some jokes in South Park, you have to understand American politics at the time. Things like safe spaces,
Yeah.
political correctness, and all that.
Well, yeah, I think pretty much everybody understands those.
I really
about what keeps going on.
Oh, and apparently they actually killed Omega off in a scene in the comics. That's cool. So
Yeah.
the off-screen thing that happened
worry,
in
he'll be
episode
back.
Shadow, they
He'll be
have
back.
drawings of it.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah, Omega was back at some point. He's not
I
entirely
think he
dead,
returns during the final battle.
basically.
Oh, spoilers, by the way, anybody listening.
It's not really spoilers. He doesn't do anything.
I don't know.
Kind of
He
just
does
exists.
like one thing, but I'm not gonna say.
I
what
mean,
it
to be
is 'cause
fair,
it's spoilers.
he just exists, so it doesn't really matter. It's like Omega exists.
It's Omega. Why wouldn't you like Momega? Momega?
I like Omega in the Sonic fan game, whichever one that was. Sonic World? Yeah, that 3D fan game. That one's Omega's fun to
World?
play in that.
Oh, Evis, I remember now. I saw a tweet that you posted about a game on the mobile to do with Sonic Forces.
Yeah, I was like, just
I actually went and got it myself after you posted that.
I may or may
And
not
it's actually really interesting.
stream that, depending on I don't
Yeah.
know. Just might stream my first impression of that because I still haven't launched the thing.
Yeah, that's interesting. I got Omega right off the bat. Just got him, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I don't know if you get him standardly after beating the tutorial. But I got him immediately after beating the
Okay.
tutorial.
Let's see. Am I on the
It's like,
start?
okay, now I'm playing as Omega.
Alright, let's see. Am I at the start of the comic? Right. I'm going through the tweets. I made a lot of tweets.
Yeah,
a lot of
I noticed a lot of your tweets. I'm
talking about the Sonic bed.
Yeah.
Twitter. It's like a lot of media related tweets since they started the comic series. So
Fair enough.
here, I'll post the first.
So
I'll post the first
yeah.
portion of the comic there, and then I'll post the next comic, which I think.
I might have to link all these in the video. Don't put too many down there.
It is. I mean,
Oh, wait.
most people don't know about the comic. It's only like 4 comics or 3 comics, so it's easy enough to link.
Oh wait, this is an old one.
Yeah, it's,
That was the previous link you already
Yeah,
posted.
that's the same. That's Mickey
didn't
Mouse
give me the
beating
fucking
EA.
link. Didn't give me the link. God damn. Twitter works exactly.
I know
like
you hate EA, but to send the same link 2 times.
Sure.
Jeez.
Can you
Hint,
give
hint.
me the link? Yeah.
Okay, last game on my list. So Pokemon Ultra.
I'm not.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon have come out.
What is new about the new version then?
I never finished Sun and Moon, so I have no idea.
Team
what
Rocket
Ultra
returned.
is about.
That's
Oh
basically
yeah, that's
all
what
I
I
know.
heard, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've seen the pictures of that. Rainbow Rocket.
Rainbow Rocket as Team Rocket with Giovanni and all the other villains from the previous games. Like, okay.
I stopped.
That was a boss rush.
I stopped playing the Pokemon games on the GBA thingy. What was it? Green Leaf or something? Or
Leaf
Pokemon
Green.
yeah, Green Leaf. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Leaf.
I'm still
Remakes
playing
of
that
the
first
first
one
game.
so many years ago.
The remakes of the first games, basically.
Back in my day.
I like how
No,
it's
no,
called
no.
Leaf
No,
Green.
you know the thing is, like, I also played, what was the other one for the 3DS with the 3D characters and everything?
Huh?
There was I think that's the remake of the 4th generation, I believe.
I have
forget.
I never watched Pokemon or anything, but I wanted to play the
Black and white?
Well, yeah, you got Black and White, you got Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and I believe there's a remake of the 4th game on 3DS.
What is the name of that game
The
then?
4th generation games.
Fire Red, Leaf
No. It was on the 3DS.
Omega Ruby.
Yeah,
Wait,
Omega Ruby
I'm
Alpha.
gonna look
Sapphire.
for it right now.
Alpha Sapphire.
I believe so. I believe those are actually the 3rd.
Pokemon
Oh,
Tournaments.
X, of course. X and I.
Huh?
One of those two.
Yeah, it's too many 3DS games, and it's all
X and
confusing.
I.
It's like
What's X and I? I don't.
X and Y came before came before, I believe,
Sun and
Ultra
Moon,
Sun, Ultra Moon.
right?
Oh, X and Y.
I mean, Moon, Sun and
I
Moon.
said X and I was like confused.
That was the game.
X and Y.
X
Yeah,
and
they
Y.
Right, I remember those.
Yeah, X and Y introduced the legendary
I just remembered
Pokemon of
something I didn't
life,
put on the list.
death.
I just remembered there's something I didn't put on the list that I wanted to talk about.
I like the
Pokemon
I like
Tournament DX.
I like the
Oh.
movie. I like the
It's
X
like
and Y
Tekken
movie
with
where
Pokemon,
everyone
right?
just dies. Literally, everybody dies in the X and Y movie. It's great, and then they come back because you know.
Oh, well, what was you gonna say, Arcade?
The Pokemon. What was the thing you said? The Pokemon tournament.
Pokemon Tournament.
Yeah,
DX.
it's like Tekken with Pokemons, right?
Yeah, it's just it's
yeah,
a
you
Pokemon fighting.
fight with Pokemon.
Yeah. I heard about it. It's
What I found really annoying when the first Pokemon came out is that everyone kept saying this is the first time you can play as the Pokemon in a
Oh.
Pokemon battle.
that's not
I'm
true.
Well, what about Poke Park and Poke Park 2 and did exactly that?
And you had
There's
also
also
Except you were more like the Pokemon and less like
and then
the
there's
fighting
Mystery
game.
Dungeon.
and we had Pokemon Stadium
Well,
on
in a
the Nintendo
Pokemon battle.
64, right?
In a
So-
Pokemon battle.
Is-
In Stadium, you were the trainer throwing out the Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
And there's also fan games.
And there were fan games as well, but I think they meant mainstay series.
I
I was
remember
like,
the
but there are games that Nintendo have made or Game Freak have made that have you being the Pokemon fighting other Pokemon. This is not the first time. Even in arena format, you had an arena format before. I'm pretty sure that Poke Park 2 did it, and I'm half sure that Poke Park 1 did it.
I have not kept track of Pokemon games, so I have
Yeah.
no idea. It's like I didn't know about the whatever I keep forgetting Mystery Dungeon until recently. I'm like Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah.
I was looking up things for someone's Flash game series, and I'm like Mystery Dungeon Flash. I'm like, okay, what's
in Mystery
Pokemon?
Dungeon, aren't you a person that got turned into a Pokemon?
Yeah,
I
I
think
remember the TV series on it because they had a TV series on that very specific
Really?
show.
What the freak? Okay.
Yep, it's on YouTube because
Yeah,
the official
there was
Pokemon YouTube channel posted the entire
It
series.
didn't last very
Okay.
long, did it?
No,
The
it's
last
just like
time
a
I saw
short
Pokemon,
time.
it was with
But
what
they
was-
did it. But they've done it for every Mystery Dungeon game, I believe.
Yeah.
They've done the show for every Mystery Dungeon game.
the last time I watched Pokemon, they had this blue crocodile thing.
Yeah.
I think I was in the 4th generation.
Totodile.
Sorry?
Totodile.
Yeah, so did I.
Might
That would
be.
be like
I have
Gen
no
3,
clue
I
what
think.
it was, but it's a
I think
really
that's-
long time ago.
it's either Gen 3 or
You're-
Gen 2. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
You're either talking about Totodile, Croconaw, or Feraligatr.
Wait, I have to look.
Which
this
is
up.
an evolutionary line.
What was the
And then
second you said?
It's like,
Croconaw?
Croconaw.
yeah, that's one of the evolutions of
Giant jaw.
Totodile.
Oh, Croconaw. All right.
And then Feraligatr, which is the full evolution.
No,
Let's do
not
this.
that one.
Let's try this again. Okay, I got the right link this time. Thank you, Twitter, for
Is
giving
there
me the
another
right
blue
link.
crocodile anywhere?
Wait a second. Maybe I see it here.
Wait, was it not blue? Was it like a brown color? Because if it was, that's the sand one. What's it called? Sandile?
Wait, I have
Yeah, something
something
along
here
those
with the
lines.
penguin, but that's not it.
Penguin, I
Moment of truth.
believe, was Gen 3? I don't even know, to be honest with you, because they don't mark these as Generation 3. They mark them as Leaf Green, and then Gold, Silver, and Platinum, and I don't... It's like, what generation is this? Is this Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 57? It's going to
I
get
thought you were
confusing
showing
once they
us
actually get up
Infinite's
to Gen
face.
57.
How many Pokemon
Is
generations
there
are
another
there?
link?
I believe there's 8.
Really? Wow. That's a lot.
The only Pokemon generation I've ever played is 4.
Oh wait, I have it. It's Totodile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Totodile, I said that.
Oh, so
why don't you look
That's
up
the
which
one.
generation?
That was the first one I said.
Oh, really? Okay, that's the one that I meant. So.
Alright, I
don't
have
see
the second
Infinite's face.
comic.
Oh, I see Infinite's face.
Oh.
Oh, my god.
Oh, okay.
He's got a scar on his face.
So you're going through the comics yourself now? Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, this.
I just saw a picture and... Oh, okay, that's what he looks like. Why was he on Eggman's side anyway?
Well, I'll get to that comic in a second as I continue to go through links. I believe it's the
Okay.
last comic, and it came out after Forces.
So which?
So does he start off not on Eggman's side or something?
Yeah, I'll leave. I won't spoil the
Jackal
comics. I'll
Squad.
just
Oh,
continue.
no, he is on Eggman's side.
I'll just continue linking the comics. I won't spoil any of them.
Fair enough.
That one should be the one with Silver. The second one I just linked. That one will explain why Silver's there.
So many links!
Oh, the last one they posted. Well,
I just clicked the first one again.
Alright. Let's see. Is this the third comic?
Stress test. That's what the game was when it first came out. Stress test.
Yep. Okay. So the next one is Omega's comic. All right. Cool. So
Stress test.
Scrap.
Okay. So is this like before the game, or after the game, or during the game?
it's all before
think
the
it's-
game.
Okay.
Is it all before
Except
the
for the
game
one
or
I'm about to
after
link.
Sonic gets captured?
Yeah, everything about up till Sonic gets captured. The one I'm about
Oh.
to link happens during episode Shadow.
I see prequel comics here, so okay, yeah.
Yeah, this one's during episode Shadow. Let's make sure the link is right. 923
They were
921.
fighting. They were
Perfect.
fighting Chaos. So
Yeah, it's just showing off.
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
assume it was after Sonic got captured because
No, it's before.
to see Chaos there.
Yeah, just continue reading the comic
With
and
the
you'll
other
see.
characters. Looming Shadow. Oh, I wonder what that's about.
But yeah, there's two tweets.
It could
to-
be some kind of hedgehog that might be dark, perhaps a little bit edgy,
But yeah, there's 2 tweets to each comic.
and he's looming.
If you go down slightly, you'll see the second tweet. It should be
Yeah.
right there. And you'll be able to read it. But yeah, every comic has 2 tweets.
It's really funny how the Sonic Twitter has like Sonic Mania pinned with the highest score for a Sonic game. After 15 years, we finally did it again, guys.
Mania. Jeez.
Uh,
Sonic Mania got high scores, but Sonic Forces did not. Oh.
Hmm. That's the issue.
I don't know, I just feel like everyone was ready to hate on Forces before. it
oh, this
came
is
out.
awesome! Exclusive Sonic Shoe controllers. Go faster. 300 or 400 bucks. Wow.
Must go faster.
Yeah, the comic I just linked is the one with, of course, it's the one with Omega.
Stop linking comics.
There's only one left, and it's the Rise of Infinite.
Oh,
It's the one that has Infinite's face on
Infinite Rising.
and how he comes across Eggman.
That takes a long time to rise. Infinite does. Takes forever.
Yeah, here we go.
An
9 2.
infinite amount of time.
There you go. There you go. All 8 pictures. All 8 comics. Well, all 8 panels of the comics.
It looks really amazing, the comics.
Yeah, it's,
Hey, Infinite, would you like a mask? Yes, I would love a mask. There you go. Here's a mask.
I think the Infinite Rising one's kind
Now
of.
you're infinitely powerful. Awesome. Also, take this gem. It's got nothing to do with it. It'll just take over your mind and.
Yeah, the
make
second
you
tweet to
all
the
crazy.
the second tweet to the Infinite one kind of explains why he likes the gem. He actually tries to kill Eggman. He almost succeeds, but Eggman stops it with the ruby. And then Infinite's just on his side. He also punches Infinite and basically paralyzes him.
Shiny ruby. I will join you, Eggman, for that shiny ruby.
Kind of, and also shows him a future. A future ruled
my
by Eggman.
Future ruled by Eggman
Yeah, he's
and the gem and Infinite.
Yeah.
What is Infinite's original name, or is that a spoiler? Or is that not actually been revealed?
I believe so far it's all just been Jackal.
I just refer to him as Jackal.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's like
that's just his name.
it's like Jackal.
Hey, Jackal. How you doing, Jackal?
Jackal's
What's up,
Squad
Jack?
is in-
What's up, Jack? How you doing, Jack?
Basically.
Jack the Jackal. There you go.
That's a
I'm looking-
perfect name for a Sonic character.
You can have that one for free, Sega. You can have that one for free. Next time, I'm charging for the names I make up.
I'm looking through the.
Jack the Jackal.
He's just called Boss in the comics. Boss.
Boss Jack the Jackal.
Boss the Jackal.
See?
Of Jackal
You have to
Squad.
pay for that one, Sega. You have to pay for that one.
Which Shadow kills Jackal Squad. Jackal Squad.
Yeah. And then beats up Jackal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
sorry.
he becomes edgy
Then
and
he becomes
murders.
a samurai and tries to fight Wait, wrong series.
I mean, he was he had a sword before he became Infinite. He had this cool sword that he almost killed Eggman with.
Yeah.
And then Eggman punched him in the face and knocked him completely comatose by the look of
Oh,
the
my
comic.
face, my only weak spot.
He looked
Along with
comatose.
everywhere else, actually.
He looks comatose in the picture.
My face, my only weak spot. I need a mask to cover it up so I don't have a weak spot.
I mean, if he
anymore.
gets knocked out by Eggman, he's not exactly that strong.
Yeah.
I mean, of all the
Unless Eggman was using the power of the Emerald to create a
I mean, Eggman confused him
powered-up
with the
punch.
Phantom Ruby after deflecting a sword with it.
wow.
It's kind of, it's like, what? And then Eggman took advantage of that, punched him in the face, and he looked comatose on the ground, basically.
I mean, we don't know how strong Eggman actually is. We've never seen him fight. So he
Well,
might
we've
be
seen
really
him in
strong.
Lost World,
Especially
and he
a number
knocked
of
down an
times he
ice
gets
wall.
fought. Yeah, he gets knocked into things and fallen off things and broken into things.
He's also punched down a
damaged
wall
and
of
destroyed,
ice.
and he still looks perfectly fine and fat.
I know. I wonder how a sword would have worked on him if Infinite actually managed to hit him with the sword instead of the ruby.
He'd be like, "Oh, how dare you shape my mustache?
But yeah,
That was meant to
have
your
an
face,
idea.
was it?"
we do have an idea of Eggman's strength. I mean, he punched down an ice wall in after
There you go,
threatening to murder all the Yetis. Punches down an
Yeah.
ice wall.
So he's not actually as weak as you think he is.
Yeah, he's probably as strong as Knuckles when you think about it.
Yeah, I think he's been working out with Knuckles for that game. But
You could fist fight with Knuckles and
together.
probably knock him out. Then again, Knuckles
I don't
spawns
think he can beat
volcanoes from the
Knuckles. Knuckles is a
ground.
lot stronger.
Knuckles spawns
Yeah,
volcanoes.
Knuckles is a lot stronger. Yeah, Knuckles is a lot stronger.
He can-
He's a lot stronger than most characters actually in the series.
Right.
He's just not that smart about it.
I mean, only game to ever take show off his strength would be Heroes. That's basically it.
Yeah.
It's like Heroes, he's just punching the ground, spawning volcanoes. Okay then.
Knuckles is strongest there is.
Saying the word shit, yeah.
Yeah, shit rock, yeah.
And then Tails is like, wee, 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 wee. In the most annoying Toad impression ever.
Wow.
Wait. Just sit there like, wait. Shit.
Please be the next voice actor for him.
Not female.
And now you have
I'm
to say the lines.
also not 13 years old.
We.
I think
And then
the
Tails went
requirement
wee,
for
wee, wee,
Tails
all the
was,
way home.
the requirement for Tails has usually been 13 years old and female. I'm neither of these things.
Basically. I'm not even close to any of those things.
Except Adventure. Adventure, he was an 8-year-old.
Ah.
An 8-year-old
Even
kid.
lower. Even further away.
An 8-year-old boy. They just randomly grabbed from the streets. And his voice acting is probably some of the worst in the game. Second, maybe, to Knuckles.
Probably because he's 8.
Yeah.
That does kind of hinder you a bit when you're not old enough to speak properly.
I mean, when looking at least when I looked up his cinematography career after Adventure, he apparently was a cameraman on some movie, I forget which. But yeah, some really big movie. I'm like, oh, he moved up in the world. Yeah, he's a
He's a
cinematographer.
cameraman now. He was on screen before.
I don't really know.
Well, almost on screen.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Went
big
from almost
movie, too.
being on screen to being behind the screen.
At least he's still working in
Damn it.
movies of some form. He didn't just
Yeah,
give up
that's if
after
he's even-
everyone made fun of him for that
That's even
performance.
if he's still doing that.
But
He might have made enough money to retire by now.
who knows?
I just assume a lot of people have made enough money to retire.
I don't know. It's like
I
depends
made
on
a
how
lot
much
of
they
money.
pay a
I'd
child
retire.
actor for Sonic Adventure. I mean, we are talking about video games before acting was overpriced.
Yes. No reaction at all.
You can make 53 games last like a few years ago, but now Ubisoft can only make like 12 in a year.
Yeah, true.
Jeez.
But yeah, Ubisoft
And
are at
they're
least
too busy making. They're too busy making loot boxes instead.
to be fair, the main series they still loot boxes.
Oh wait,
Just
did you say EA or
Ubisoft. I'm talking about Ubisoft.
Sorry, I got
Don't blame
mixed up.
Ubisoft for it, please.
I'm sorry.
Assassin's Creed Origins is loot boxes, and they lied
Sorry,
about.
they're too busy. Ubisoft are too busy making new Rabbids.
Yeah, or
There
Assassin's
we go.
Creed.
There we go. I fixed it. Fixed it.
I like Ubisoft.
You didn't
as,
hear
like-
the other thing.
Before Assassin's
hear
Creed
the other
Origin, I
thing.
like Ubisoft is like, we aren't charging for the loot boxes, but then it came out that it costs money to buy there's a secondary currency you buy with money, which you can buy loot boxes with. So it's like one of the
Ooh.
dumbest not lies ever. It's like, we lied about it, but we technically didn't at the same time.
You're technically not spending money on loot boxes.
You're spending money on the money to
the
buy
thing
the
that
loot
you
boxes.
spend on loot boxes.
like-
But hey, technically,
Ubisoft-
you're not.
Ubisoft are just the biggest of liars. They lied about everything. It's
Yeah.
like, we aren't going to show
wanna make
Beyond
money.
Good and Evil 2 at E3. Next day, they show
Oh, yeah.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 at E3. It's like Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle isn't a real game. Oh, it's a real game. Just own up to the fact that people found you out before you revealed it. Instead of trying to ruin people's careers. Yeah, seriously, the
Yeah.
whole Mario Rabbids thing and the Beyond Good and Evil 2 things really fucked the journalist up because she got a
Really?
lot of hate mail and stuff over
Why?
that shit. Because people believed Ubisoft. They're like, oh, it's not coming out. You're a liar. Things, and we want you dead. You know, the
Ooh,
usual
Wow.
shit the internet does. And then she ended up
The
deleting
internet, yeah.
deleting her Twitter for like a day or so. Yeah,
Wow.
that was a thing.
That is really weird. I never heard this story before. It's really weird.
Yeah,
It's
if you
just another day on the internet, you know.
if you follow, say,
That's just-
Jim
that's
Sterling or
what the
someone on
internet
Twitter,
does.
you'll hear a lot about it because it's one of Jim Sterling's friends. It's Laura Kate Dale, I believe, is the journalist involved.
Okay.
And now you just named her. She's gonna get even more hate.
No!
She'll
We
get
have
love.
a paper.
It's like, go follow Laura Kate Dale and send her all the love. She got
Love and frets. I mean, no, just love.
She was very much right about the Mario Kingdom Rabbids and Beyond Good and Evil 2, and the internet is full of idiots.
Yeah.
Just tell her she was right.
Yeah.
You were right about us. You were right.
Yeah.
Tell your mom.
Hopefully someday
were
people
right.
stop believing Ubisoft's lies.
Yeah.
What was that from? What am I quoting now? I don't even remember.
I don't even know. I didn't even hear the quote.
Oh,
'Cause I'm too busy thinking how evil Ubisoft is with its lies.
What's his next plan?
At least EA is honest, and they try somewhat honest about what they're doing. Minus the
yeah, sort of, yeah.
minus what they said on.
This shit happens,
Reddit.
they be like, oh yeah, we did something wrong. So
It's like they aren't lying that there's loot boxes in the game and that you can buy them with money, real money, because you buy and you still buy the credits, which buy the loot boxes. That's how you get the loot
Yeah, but
boxes.
the credits aren't real money.
It's like-
So technically, you're not buying the
They
loot
didn't-
boxes.
They didn't make the dumb statement like Ubisoft did with that. They didn't say, "Oh, you buy the separate." They didn't say that. Oh, you don't buy the loot boxes. And then
You pay for it, then we pay for it.
They made it.
Then you pay for it again.
They just danced around the
Wait,
fact
what?
that the loot boxes were bad. We wanted to make the players feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. 700,000 downvotes later, it's the most downvoted comment on Reddit, with the second most downvoted being 20,000 downvotes.
Ouch.
wow.
Yeah, and the guy was literally just asking for downvotes. He's like, "Can you downvote this?"
You
please?"
downvote it, then we downvote it.
It's like, we don't even need to ask for downvotes. We could just say a really stupid statement on Reddit, and then then 1/26th of everyone who's supposed to buy Battlefront will
Just
downvote.
turn around and go to Twitter and just go, Mario Odyssey sucks. Then wait for all the negativity.
In a sec.
How dare you?
Just give Mario Odyssey
dare
a
you
3
say
out
that
of
about
10
Mario?
and you're done, you know?
Or be Jim Sterling and give Breath of the Wild a 7 out of 10, and then the entire internet will go nuts and DDoS his website.
Oh my
okay,
God.
there's
Breath
That
of the
was
Wild,
great.
1 out of 10.
there's one thing I must say
Come
about
at
Breath
me.
of the Wild. I've played it a little bit, and no, people don't gonna like this that I'm gonna say this, but I don't think it's that good actually.
I think it's just a
Probably.
Ubisoft game disguised as Zelda. It's kind of terrible.
Probably.
I
I
had
actually
so
haven't
many
played it
hopes for
myself.
it that it was going to be the next big Zelda game, and I played it and I was like, it's not that good.
It's one of the worst Zelda games.
It was a big seller,
Yeah.
though.
It's one of the
a big
worst
seller.
Zelda. It doesn't really do much of what makes Zelda great. It's the dungeons are horrendous. It just feels like another Ubisoft game with a kind of Dark Souls-esque combat system and
True.
the
Yeah.
really horrendous
massively.
durability system. It's
Mhm.
like you climb towers, you hunt for
Yeah.
random bullshit, and then you go through the same dungeon 300 times.
I died 300. I died so many times climbing a wall. I was like, okay, wow. What does this game want from me then? Not climbing
It's like-
walls or not?
Because they want you to do the dungeons in whatever order you feel like, all the dungeons are boring. It's like in Zelda,
Yeah.
in the other Zeldas, the dungeons they're harder and they require items, like specific
Yeah.
items. None of these
Yeah.
require any of those items, so they're all the same, and it's all kind of terrible.
Yeah.
It's like if they went,
Here's dungeon number 1.
They
And
should've-
here's dungeon number 2. It's like dungeon number 1, but this rock here is moved over.
they really should have went the Metroidvania style the old ones did, instead of just like, hey, you could go wherever. It's like where you could go wherever just becomes boring fast, really fucking fast.
Yeah.
It's like, go wherever, do whatever you want. It's like you've basically stripped out all the things that make Zelda good
Yeah.
for
Oh,
another
enjoy the
Assassin's
quest.
Creed game.
The quest.
It's like, it's
Is
Assassin's
gone.
Creed again. It's like,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
more Assassin's
Actually,
Creed.
it feels like Assassin's Creed. I mean, but then not good at all.
Yeah. Same can be said for Horizon Zero Dawn, but I guess you could say the story for that's interesting.
I never played that game, so it looks good, and I really hope that it is good, but I haven't played
From
it.
what I hear, the story is just pretty generic, and again, it's more of the same when it comes to the open world formula, but
I haven't really played an
better
Assassin's
than Breath
Creed
of the
game.
Wild, definitely.
Yeah, it
Horizon
looks a
Zero
lot
Dawn.
better and
I
more
haven't played
interesting.
it.
It
Assassin's
runs
Creed
better.
game.
For one, it holds 30 frames per second, which Breath of the Wild can't.
Old Nintendo with the 30 frames.
It's like Nintendo goes for 60, and it's like Breath of the Wild is now 30. I'm like, okay then, and then it can barely hold 30. Like, okay then.
The closest I've ever got to playing an Assassin's Creed game is the Assassin's Festival in Final Fantasy 15.
Oh yeah,
any
that was a
Assassin's
thing.
game.
I completely forgot
never
about
played
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the weird crossovers.
So-
Because
I
there's
don't
even
really know that much about Assassin's Creed.
if there's any Assassin's Creed I recommend, it's Black Flag. That's basically the best one,
Black Flag.
easily.
And the
Because it's
second one
not
is also
Assassin's
really
Creed.
good.
Black Flag is just a
Writing that
pirate
down.
game.
List of things I gotta play at some point.
And Assassin's Creed 2 is also a really good game.
Assassin's Creed 2, its expansions, and Black Flag are all Also Rogue. Rogue is pretty good. It's more Black Flag.
Yeah. Rogue is also really good.
It's just more Black Flag. It's
But the thing is, nobody knows Rogue because it was just like it was released with what was the?
It was released alongside Unity and is the better game.
And everybody
It's
forgot
also
about
a tie
Rogue.
into Unity.
But the story is also really good for Rogue too. You know,
Because
like
Rogue
you're
ends where
saying-
Unity starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story's there, and it's more of Black Flag, and it's not a glitchy mess. And it was on last generation.
Mhm.
And it's also on PC now, which is good.
Oh, okay.
That's something I don't think anyone realizes. Rogue released on PC soon after.
Oh.
I thought it was only for the PS3 and the Xbox 360.
And then it's also on Xbox One backwards compatibility, which is
of course.
I'm completely out of my
Let's
depth
promote
here.
Xbox.
backwards compatibility is good. There's a lot of
That's
reasons to promote Xbox. It's like you didn't play the 360. Well, you can play your 360 on the Xbox One. You want to play games like Ori and the Blind Forest, Cuphead, and some other stuff, but your PC maybe not good enough to run them. Well, it's an Xbox One's pretty cheap.
But
I mean,
I really liked it about Xbox that they did it, and
like $200 now because of Black Friday stuff. The Xbox One
oh
S
yeah,
is $186 actually. And
the
of course, you get a bunch of games.
or
in it.
the Xbox.
The
360?
the S and the 360 you could probably get for like $80.
Oh,
Guys,
almost free.
Guys,
Please take it, please.
guys, I'm going to ask you to get your last thoughts in because I think we're going to come to the
I
end
have
of
one
the
more.
podcast now.
Also, I just
So-
remembered some gaming news. But yeah, also there's a sale. Like
everything up.
there's gonna be a Black Friday sale like GameStop where they basically give you an Xbox 360 for free. They're selling it for $60,
Oh,
but you
nice.
get it back as a gift card
Wow.
a couple weeks
That's
later.
cool.
So yeah, free original Xbox 360, red ring and all. Possibly not the
So
red ring.
everyone go get free stuff.
Yay! Free Xbox.
And then it red rings.
yeah.
Because the original 360 was terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
That is why I didn't like the Xbox at all because I had the red ring thing going on.
I have still got my
At least they
original
gave-
Xbox, and it's
Yeah.
never ring. Oh wait, no, not original Xbox. It's the Xbox 360
Mm-hmm.
I've got. Never mind. Forget what I said.
But yeah, the 360.
It never red ringed.
I had like multiple red ring, but of course the warranty programs they all did. It's easy enough just to get another one for free. You know, Microsoft is really generous when it came to the.
Okay, I think that's where we're
Yeah.
gonna finish off. Microsoft is generous. There we go.
They're generous when everything goes horrendously wrong.
We can keep talking about it for hours and hours, but
There's always something to talk about, but next
Maybe we'll
podcast
talk a bit more after the podcast then.
or next podcast.
yeah.
Oh, we might bring you on for another one.
I mean, I'm
and we
interesting,
also
hopefully,
have-
because I'm always good with extra people, as I've always found out in
may
my.
also have Arcade as the co-host again because I'm not sure how long it's going to take Tom to get his computer working again.
All right. Yeah. No. Of course. I'm happy to join again for an episode or as co-host for this podcast.
I am happy to
Thanks
be
for
here
helping out.
for any reason
Yeah,
whatsoever.
Thanks for joining in the podcast.
Even if I'm
it
probably
was a
not
bit
worthy.
of a, like, minute thing. Yeah.
Because both of you are much larger
So,
than me, I think.
No, not really.
Yeah, you're like 60.
We're all around about the
arcade.
same. I think Arcade's the highest out of all of us.
Yeah.
What? Wait. What?
We're just riding his coattails at this point. Anyway,
Okay. I'm completely lost. So.
follow account.
Oh. Okay.
Follower count. And all
So
that.
Almost
thanks for
200
joining
now.
us, Evis.
I am glad to
Thanks for joining us, Eviscerator. Would you like to do the outro?
be. Sure.
Your outro, if you want to do your outro or whatever.
This will be on just Vidme or also.
Yeah, it's just gonna be Vidme.
Okay.
It's gonna be Vidme.
All right.
So-
Well, if you enjoyed this podcast, be sure to upvote the video if you enjoyed, downvote if you can find a downvote button, share the video if you really enjoyed, also tip if you really enjoyed, repost if you really enjoyed, and follow us all on our Twitters, Vidmes, YouTubes, Facebook, MySpace, and I don't have a MySpace. MySpace was popular for like all of a month for me.
Is this all your usual outro?
Wow, that's a
No,
long
it-
outro.
I just say some random shit sometimes.
Wow.
And yeah, again, I've been Eviscerator. This has been the Vortex Podcast. Have a nice day.
Thank you for watching.
Awesome.